Okay, let's talk about a choice that feels, well, both completely exhilarating and absolutely terrifying. You know the one. It's that feeling of being caught between a life you know, a stable partner, and a new connection that just consumes everything. In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden mental traps, these things called cognitive distortions that can seriously hijack your thinking and lead you down a path you never ever intended to be on. Let's dive in.
I mean, wow. This right here is a lightning bolt. It's that raw, unfiltered feeling that can literally turn your whole world upside down. When a new connection hits you with this kind of intensity, it's more than just a crush. It feels like a force of nature. It's a passion so powerful, it makes you feel like you're truly alive for the very first time.
But here's the thing.
Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. You are doing important work.
As real as those feelings are, they can also be a trap. We call it the passion trap. It's what happens when that sheer emotional force creates these massive blind spots. You end up seeing only the dazzling, shiny parts of this new relationship, while the actual, messy reality of a shared future stays hidden in the shadows. Now, at the heart of this trap is something called a cognitive distortion. And hey, before you think this is some kind of personal flaw, let me just stop you right there. It's not. It's really just a mental shortcut our brains take. It's like a default setting that, in a super high-stakes situation like this one, can trick us into making a huge life decision based on a dangerously incomplete picture. So, what does this actually look like in the real world? We're going to zero in on two of the biggest, most powerful distortions that can completely take over your decision-making when you're stuck between your old life and the promise of a shiny new one. All right, our first distortion is a big one. It's a bombshell, really, and it's all about trust. Or, to be more accurate, the fundamental lack of it. It's this unavoidable, uncomfortable fact that this exciting new relationship, it's being built on a foundation that's already cracked. And here's the brutal, honest truth. No matter how perfect things feel right now, your new partner will always, somewhere in the back of their mind, know that you were willing to betray a commitment. That act of cheating, it becomes page 1, chapter 1 of your new story together. And that's a chapter you can never, ever tear out. And this is where that crack in the foundation really starts to cause problems. It can poison everything, turning what should be trust into jealousy. A late night at the office, a weird text message, suddenly everything feels like a threat. There's always going to be that little voice whispering in their ear, if they did it once, what's to stop them from doing it again? Your past becomes this ghost that just haunts your future together. Okay, let's move on to the second distortion, which is just as powerful. This one is all about getting tunnel vision. It's that tendency to zoom in on the one thrilling part of the relationship, the passion, the excitement, while completely ignoring the entire rest of the picture that makes up an actual life. This quote, "This is the theme song of the passion trap." It's this belief that the incredible highs will be enough to cancel out all the lows. It's the dangerous idea that passion can pay the mortgage, or take out the garbage, or get you through a family crisis. But let's be real. Life is not a highlight reel. And this slide just lays it all out, plain and simple. On one side, you've got the fantasy, the stolen moments, the adrenaline, the escape. And on the other side, you've got reality. We're talking bills, chores, sick kids, the daily grind. This distortion tricks you into trading a whole, messy, complicated, beautiful life for what might just be one perfect, fleeting moment. So how do you break free from all this? How do you actually see the situation for what it really is? Okay, let's get practical. Think of this as your personal toolkit, a set of reality check questions to help you see beyond the haze of passion and really look at the whole person you're thinking about building a life with. These questions are all designed to pull you out of your head and plant your feet firmly in the real world. Let's take finances. Are you a saver and they're a spender? Come on, you know that's a huge source of conflict down the road. Or support. When life gets tough, and it will, are they going to have your back? Or are they going to disappear? And what about the people who are already your world? Your kids, your family? How do they actually fit into all of this? Look, these questions aren't sexy, but they are the ones that will decide if this thing has any real future at all. And that brings us to maybe the single most important takeaway from this whole explainer. That fire of a new passion, it's incredible, it's powerful, but it's like rocket fuel. It burns hot and it burns fast. Sooner or later, those flames are going to die down, and you'll be left standing in the cold, hard reality of everyday life. Ignoring these distortions isn't just some abstract idea. It has real, sometimes devastating consequences. It leads to a future where you're fighting about the exact same things you ignored in the beginning. It leads to a relationship that's constantly undermined by jealousy. And it can lead to that crushing weight of regret when you realize you might have sacrificed everything for a fantasy that was never real to begin with. So we'll leave you with this one final question. It's the ultimate reality check. When the music stops and the lights come up and that intense passion cools, and believe me, it will, what will actually be left? Will you have a real partner next to you, someone who shares your values and has your back? Or will you find yourself standing in the ruins of a life you blew up, with nothing left but a handful of fading memories?
Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. If you want to overcome betrayal, break toxic cycles, take control of your relationship choices, read How to Deal with a Love Triangle. The link is below the video.